Hey guys, welcome to the first fight of the Kengan Maximum Tournament. If you guys missed the introduction video where I go over the rules for the tournament, be sure to watch the intro video. I'll leave it as a link in the description down below. For those of you that have already watched that video or don't really care about the rules and just want to watch some Kengan Baki content, I'll go ahead and start by setting the scene. Tournament start. A new tournament has been started. Through the combined efforts of Mitsunari Tokugawa, Kadahara Metsudo, Hideki Nogi, and Yamashita Kazuo, the Kengan Association has decided to collaborate with the Tokugawa Association and create a brand new tournament that serves as the ultimate tournament in serving both creators' ultimate goals. It elevates combat and stands to reveal the strongest fighter alive, and it serves as a means for companies to make exorbitant amounts of money and beneficial deals. In essence, more fighters for Tokugawa and more companies for Kadahara and Nogi. As a sign of good faith, both primary association owners gain something from the tournament. For Tokugawa, the tournament will be held on his field in the Korakuen Arena under the Tokyo Dome. For Nogi and Kadahara, fighters must have a company they fight as the representative for, and normal Kengan rules apply in betting, property transference, etc. Fighters from the world round from both the Kengan Association and the Underground Fighting Arena are notified and eagerly put forth to participate. The setup is mapped out and executed, the fighters and companies gather, and the tournament begins underway. The fighters are matched up for round 1 fights, and the first fight of round 1 begins. For more information as to who will be included in this tournament and who will be fighting who, you guys should check out the intro video I mentioned before if you haven't already. But for the first fight, representing United Clothing once more, it's the immeasurable Murobuchi Gozo. He'll be fighting Murder Music's own Bird of Darkness, Sawada Keizaburo. The announcer of the match plays them in, describing how neither man is a martial artist by nature, but also mentions how that's never stopped a fighter from being successful in either underground fighting associations. The ref has them meet in the middle and explains the usual rules. Other than weapons, everything is permitted. They agree to this as per usual, and they are told to return to their corners. Murobuchi warns Sawada that he's in peak condition and not to take the fight lightly, but Sawada snaps back that he doesn't give a shit. Murobuchi shoots him a wink, and the men return to their sides. After the gong is struck, the match begins. Sawada barely has time to turn around from returning to his corner before Murobuchi, the man praised as the fastest man on earth, is upon him, having sprinted across the arena at blitzing speeds. Sawada is quick to react, however, and cracks Murobuchi across the head with a pirouette kick as he hops out of the way. Murobuchi blocks the kick, but the power torque behind the kick is enough to badly bruise Murobuchi's forearms. Murobuchi keeps up the pressure and cuts off Sawada's escape. Sawada is able to land on a single toe before Murobuchi can cut him off due to the small amount of time created by Sawada's pirouette kick pushing Murobuchi back. So Sawada uses his immense bodily control and sense of balance to pirouette again, attempting a spinning hook kick. Unfortunately for him, as Sawada turns, giving Murobuchi his back, Murobuchi takes his back, takes his arm, tanks the disrupted hook kick with little effect, and puts Sawada in a cross-arm lock. The crowd roars as it appears Sawada is done for. Murobuchi applies pressure to Sawada's elbow joint, and Sawada begins to rise his back. At first, Murobuchi sees this and confidently believes that Sawada is arching his back in pain. However, as he gets smashed in the face with Sawada's foot, he realizes that Sawada was bridging his back to gain extra power to the high front kick he was about to perform. Thanks to Sawada's insane flexibility, he was able to kick Murobuchi despite the position being nearly impossible for another person. Seeing as Murobuchi is in a compromised position, he releases the lock and returns to where he can do best, standing. Sawada returns to his feet as well. "You're doing pretty well, keeping up with me at my peak condition. That kick in the face at that angle sure was something." "That kick in the face is what you get for underestimating me." Sawada begins to pirouette. He spins and spins, rapidly accelerating in speed. Murobuchi is roundhouse kicked squarely in the face as Sawada's G2 connects. Murobuchi is sent sailing despite being the larger man. That's the power of the G2. That's the power of my peak condition. Sawada smirks as Murobuchi staggers to his feet nearly 20 feet away. The announcer is going ballistic about the insanely powerful pirouette roundhouse kick and the unreal power the pirouettes lend to the roundhouse kick. Sawada's expression changes from smugness to surprise. Murobuchi, despite having staggered to his feet, largely seems unaffected. "That shook me a bit. Sorry, Sawada-san, but that's the difference between you and me. That kick was the limit of your peak condition. But my peak..." Murobuchi gets down into a perfect sprinter stance as a smirk spreads across his face. "Is immeasurable." As soon as the words leave his mouth, Murobuchi blitzes across the arena even faster than before. Sawada barely has time to react, throwing a roundhouse kick out in a panic, but it's pushed out of the way as Murobuchi reaches out, grabs Sawada's head, jumps, and violently smashes his knee into Sawada's face, all but caving in his skull. Sawada's knees buckle and he drops to the ground unconscious, having just taken the world's fastest flying knee right to the face. The crowd roars once more as the ref confirms the KO, and the announcer declares the immeasurable Murobuchi Gozo the winner of the round. Sawada is carried off on a stretcher to the office of Doctors Hanafusa and Kureha, and Murobuchi soaks up the love from the crowd, blowing kisses and winking all the while. Fight conclusion. Winner by flying knee KO at 56 seconds into the fight, the immeasurable Murobuchi Gozo. Injuries sustained, minor skull fracture via G2. So, that's going to do it for this fight for round 1, with the next fight being Goki Shibukawa versus Adam Dudley. Let me know what you guys think of the fight, the results, the format of how I'm running these fights, and what I can do to improve. Leave a like if you enjoyed this little what-if battle, and comment down below as to who you think would win and why. Subscribe if you want to keep up with the tournament, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified as to when new videos for the tournament come out. Thank you all so much for watching. I've been Chris, and you've been my awesome viewers. Peace.
I bet you don't see.